When you are ready to make a change, and when you're ready to be really free. I remember listening to all my Tea Party brothers and sisters. Oh, don't tread on me. That was the word. I want my freedom. What freedom? You've given your freedom up. You've given your freedom to the corporations. And I know a lot of people say, oh, that's a broken record. You're always talking about this in a corporation, that in a corporation, this. It's true. You've given your freedom away to two groups, to the corporation as an entity and to the wards of the corporations, who are the ones that have taken your freedom away and who themselves are slaves to the entity. And how do you mitigate that? How do you mitigate that? You mitigate that one policy at a time. And you know what we as activists have? Policies in galore. Notice what I talk about taxing? That is one of the biggest weapons we have right now in policy, in paying for policy, in mitigating what has been going on correctly. Right price things. Price of gasoline is not $2.25 a gallon. It is likely more like $10, $12 a gallon. Take that money and pay for the damage created by the use of that product. To do that, we have to have the will, right? People are going to say, well, look, if I got to go to work every day, how am I going to pay $12 a gallon for gas or whatever? First of all, we don't do that immediately. We start doing these mitigating factors incrementally. And what that's going to do, that's going to start people taking seriously efficient fuel standard. They'll start taking it seriously electric cars. They'll start taking seriously, oh, guess what? Since the government is collecting all these taxes, we can now subsidize solar cells on everybody's home. And guess what that does? Everybody's home have solar cells. A lot of the money that come out of their pockets to pay a corporation no longer comes. So the freedom, if you want the freedom that we're talking about, if you really want freedom, I can give you freedom. Subsidize solar cells, put the solar cells on your home, do all these things. And suddenly all these monies that you used to pay to corporations for gasoline, no, you don't have to anymore because you got an electric car, you have solar cells, that will charge up. You don't pay as much to the utility company. That's more money in your pocket. And we can show where real democracy, really democratizing energy really works. And not only that, but the reason there's nobody pushing that is it decentralizes the distribution of energy. It decentralizes all of this. And if all of this is decentralized, that corporate estate that controls you, that enslaves you, no longer has power. You own your means of production. A group of you own that is freedom. That is freedom. But there's nobody teaching Americans what freedom really looks like. Freedom looks like solar cells on your roof. Freedom looks like you're driving an electric car. Freedom looks like you're paying $12 a gallon for gas, but when you go to the doctor, you don't have to pay a cent because it is incentivized by those who caused your illness. Freedom looks like those folks who have manipulated our economic system to enrich themselves, who now have to pay back 2% per year on their assets, means that your life becomes easier, means that you can go to school and educate yourself more so. Freedom, that is real freedom. What we have now is corporate slavery. Tells you that. Nobody wants to tell you that. You know why? They don't want to tell you that because you disempower the few and you empower the many. No longer are you tethered to the master. I got to show up at work. I got to do X, Y, Z. You see? It's how you look at things. It's what freedom really looks like.